Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully, people get the notification so we can have a magnificent conversation, whatever that may be, whatever that may entail. You are now tuned into Too Cool to Con, and as soon as people start coming in here, we will have the actual hotline number go up where you can dial it and participate within the actual conversation. I see one person has fallen into the actual chat room. Hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate those that already liked the particular stream even before it's got going. Um, the actual name of this particular video is the upcoming law called the Surge. Actually, the Purge. If you had checked out where I put my affirmations up in the community section. I added a couple of links. One is a actual YouTube link, and the other is an actual story. Now, both of those stories mixed together can, lead to the conclusion where I'm trying to come or get to is, you figure if they're passing a bill where they're going to be more stringent on certain crimes and things, and now that they're going to try to involve, deemed people that they see with mental issues. Now, if you read the story, essentially they passed already where they can chip a person that has mental issues. So figure if they start chipping a lot of people, they'll be able to determine where you're at, who you are associating with. Essentially, it's like having a what is it, like a bracelet when you're on house arrest, or if you ever been on house arrest or knew someone on house arrest. It's like, okay, they're right here right now, they're over here associating with this person. But essentially, if you're chipped, that's like all the time. That's not like, okay, after this amount of time you get to take the bracelet off. No, it's constantly within you. So that just leads me to believe we're moving towards, I mean, it's already, people say it's Orwellian, 1984, George Orwell, Orwellian style living, but, it's showing up more and more every day within every, moving second. I see we have 4 people in here, and we also have 4 likes. I appreciate the people that came in and hit the like button. I appreciate the people that are sitting in here. Hopefully, we get enough people reacting and actually want to either voice their opinion. If you had time to check out what I posted within the actual community page on my particular channel, to read up on the story or to watch that little small clip of you know what I have linked to this actual topic. Now, let me see. I want to make sure. Okay, so like I said, it's nobody commenting yet. I'm just kind of freelance speaking until someone comes in and chimes in. I mean, I guess if you haven't read it, you could be, doing that while you're also, you know, listening to me. But I would say it's the purge because it's like, look, they call it the surge. Why you could call it anything else, whatever you're pertaining to being more strict or stringent on crime or whatever, but you call it the surge when it's a movie about the purge, essentially getting rid of certain individuals. And it's not like, oh, well, Reek making up something. No, I got a link in there where, the commander in chief essentially said this program, this law, this bill, whatever he signed, because at the end of the video, shows that he signed it, into being that it's going to be called the surge, and they're going to be doing this. But like I said, on the other hand, they already passed. People deemed with mental illness can be chipped. So if they deem certain individuals with having mental illness, then you know what? You can't resist it. These people got to get the chip. Then it's other people that's willingly getting chipped. I mean, this is the direction that we're headed within. I won't even say here because, what did President Bush say at the time? We're in a global economy. This is not just, we're doing this over here and they're doing that over there. No, they're trying to come on board where everybody, whoever's on earth, got to follow suit with doing whatever they pass down. So if anybody has anything to say on this, or, not just this, because this could be a little bit heavy for people. What's going on, Choice? Channel of Choice. What's up with you? Hopefully people are not seeing crop circles, because I'm seeing the numbers go down and then they're going up and then they're going down. Let me I'm gonna check on something real quick. Yeah, but hopefully we get some type of interaction. Because I always say it, we get to 15 minutes. If it's no interaction, I just go off. And when I say go off, I mean, I discontinue this actual live stream and then I start anew tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Thursday. Maybe I have to hit with a topic that is more not as deep. Maybe people feel they're not equipped to handle this particular topic. But even so, if you feel that you don't want to really speak on this one, just at least go to the community page and click on the links. Verse yourself within the little tidbits that I'm dropping within this particular live stream. So then you kind of understand where I'm coming from. I know I didn't have it up there that long because I kind of just thought of it at the last minute. I was actually gonna do a different type of topic, but I figured, what? I just seen this video come up about the commander in chief saying what he said about this, and I figured, what? This is a good enough topic to talk about. Because when he said surge, I'm like, wait, you're calling it the surge, but y'all been pumping this movie, The Purge, for who knows how long now? Nah, that's closely related. And hopefully everybody's night is going, not too many issues. Hopefully your day has been cool. Not too many problems. Like I said, it pretty much it speaks for itself, Choice. I guess a lot of what people not really being versed with what I'm talking about. Is not really too much of a response in it. Wait a minute. Something weird just happened. Wait a minute. What's going on, JR? Something is not right. Now, the people that done been in here, I'm looking at my screen. It was damn near 8 likes. Now it done dropped down to 1. How does that happen? Yeah, I done seen damn near all the Purge movies as well. Oh, well, maybe it's hiding the 0 because right now it's showing, from my side, it only shows 1 like, but when I look at it from a different device, it shows 10. So, maybe, that's just how they do it. I don't know. But yeah, them purge movies, they predicted different elections between a female president and a male president, and we actually had that with Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, but now with this with him essentially writing in a new law called the surge, and they're gonna be stringent on crime even more so. Essentially freeing up certain things for local police departments all across the U.S. He said nothing much, just got in trying to see what's good with this topic. Like I said, if you're not really versed in the topic that I'm talking about, just you can leave out of this and go right to on the community page, and I should have the icon or thumbnail of this same video within it. Click on it, and then I'll have a link to the commander in chief. I don't like to say his name. Speaking on the surge, I added the purge because to me it goes hand in hand. Then there's another story that essentially says people that are mentally or essentially identified as being mentally disabled, they're able to they don't pass a law where they are mandated to be chipped. So essentially what the story is saying, like, well, who else can be chipped? But I look at it like this: who are the people that are deeming what type of criteria do the people have to arise to? Okay, now we deem them as mentally disabled or mentally unstable or whatever. What's the criteria? That's things that people need to really know, because if they're enacting these laws to pass that, you know like I said, it's a slippery slope. They can enact that and you mess around, one of your loved ones get chipped, or shoot, even yourself get chipped over something that probably was looked at as nothing, so many months or a year ago, but now it's, a real dreaded thing. So, something to look into. Oh, you said Donnie the Chump? Yeah, the Chump. Now I like that twist on it. The Chump. But as well, he's also a puppet too, Just like the last president we had, that was a puppet as well. They follow after whatever their handlers say. Just like a lot of these celebrities, they're puppets as well. You said, "No, I'm good. Enlighten me on this topic." Like I said, to get an update where you'll be able to, kind of understand where I'm coming from. Like I said, go to where I'm recommending you go to, where I want to say, it's like the home page of Tuku.com. You click on the community page. When you click on the community page, I got so many where I say certain positive affirmations. You scroll down to the one where it looks damn near like this thumbnail for this actual live stream, and it'll have a video link, and then it'll also have a story link where you can at least watch the video. The video is only 2 minutes, and it kind of leads into what I'm talking about, or trying to talk about at least. Right, right. That's right, Choice. You said they're starting with the mentally ill. Who's next? Think about that. You think about, we as melanated people, we always get, certain things ran on us before, it goes to the full masses. So think about it like this: people that are mentally ill, that could be from Indian to, poor class, poor, white people to all people that are kind of poverty stricken, that's going to hit them first. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I told you, or I didn't tell you. Matter of fact, I think that was Was that you, JR? You was like, man, Fallon is bad. Yeah, Fallon is, she's a looker, but like I said, her intelligence is beautiful. It ain't too many sisters that communicate like she do. She got a real head on her shoulders. Whoever is lucky enough to have her, I could definitely see them winning with her in her world. You add her to your equation if you're able to. Nah, 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 nah. I have no problem with linking with all kind of beautiful women. Hopefully, I look at it like this. I put her on because she had something to say, and that was just a tidbit what she said on my thing. If you go to her page and hear how she talks, matter of fact, she had videos that I don't think she have. They're not. No, they're no longer live, but when I heard her videos, I'm like, man, she's speaking so, sisters don't speak like that in this day and age. And it ain't like she's real old. She's maybe 22, 23, 24 tops. She's not that old, but she got an old soul. She got one of them souls like how Troy said, Big Mama or your grandmother would speak. Real prophetic. Like, man, it's not too many like that. So when you find someone that is speaking like that, that makes you tap into self. Like, you know what? I like to play around a lot, but maybe I need to step up my my intelligence game. A lot of people just be at the lower levels, like on a lust tip, like, oh yeah, man, I would be doing this to her and I have her like that. But you know she's, to me, she ain't on that kind of level. I mean, you wouldn't get fired if you was trying to come at her like that. You have to step up your intelligence to kind of gain way to being within her world, and not just her. It's more sisters that's like that. I mean, it's all about improvement. That's how I look at it. Self improvement. And whoever you're around, hopefully you're improving them by how you're moving. And vice versa. Oh, I had Melrose. Melrose, yeah, Melrose is another one, but Melrose is a little different than Fallon. Not to say she's not speaking on a certain, each person is different. Melrose is speaking on a level where she's coming from. I also enjoy what Melrose had to say. Now Melrose is from Florida. Um, Fallon, she's from Houston, Texas. So they both the South. You know, but yeah. And well, I don't think Melrose got a YouTube page, but I know Fallon definitely has a YouTube page. Matter of fact, I want to say if you type in Fallon and Tuku Khan, the video will pop up. It'll have Queen Nefertiti on one side, and it'll have her on the other side, and it's in a green backdrop. So when that's the video that me and her did. We wrapped that up quick. It was really, I really didn't have to edit that. She was coming off the top of the dome with that. So, and I figured it was a topic that you know brothers and sisters will want to hear. And if you look at that one, that video actually did numbers. Matter of fact, I have invited her to come back on again, but we just never set a exact date to do that. But I may have to reach back out to her. Like I said, I try to get her before she get too big, because she done been on different radio programs across the country and everything. So she's starting to blow up. But beyond that, I guess I'll just make this topic like this. I'll send a redirect where you can actually go watch the links and pick up the story. But I'm not gonna go into this topic. We could talk about whatever you want to talk about. Then I might bring this particular topic back. To me, I feel I'm first on, saying this, so I'm quite sure it'll be other people starting to talk about this particular topic once it starts gaining a little more traction and people become more familiar with it. So other than that, we have JR and we have Channel of Choice. But who else is out there? That's what I like to know because it's showing is more than that, but people are not speaking. Oh, you said what's the new female I'm finna bring on go by? Well, I look at it like this. Um, I want to say she's based out of DC, but yeah, she's a red bone, and she's a lady of leisure. She flies all across the country. She's solo dolo. She's an independent contractor. So I look at it. I haven't reached out to her again. I mean, we got it locked down that she wants to do it, but since she's an independent contractor, she's running all of her her meetups herself. So I guess whenever she has some downtime because you figure you want to have some downtime because when we do this interview, it's gonna be long, so I could probably chop it up into so many segments. But let me say this: when I do post it, I will make sure to have music. I will make sure to have two Kudakan stamps all over it because we have people that don't want to do the work to actually reach out and get people to interview on their own channels. They rather just Rick got this on here. Let me chop this up and put this on my little fake ass little Instagram page like I'm doing something. No, that means you're a fake fraudulent motherfucker. You know, be real with your shit. Garner your own people, and then maybe you might have some type of success. But like I said, all the tags and watermarks or sound marks will be all over that. So I don't really want to say her name till I really know that I got her locked down to do something. But it will be happening. She has okay that she wants to do it. So, and I think and like I said, I ain't had. Now think about it like this. I've never had a conversation with her. I just kind of see how she moves on social media platforms. So it'll be much of a surprise and wondering if it'll be good or bad or not, just as well as you're thinking right now. Just like when it came to Boston, I didn't know how Boston would talk. I didn't know she would have the type of accent, East Coast accent that she has. Just like Billions, I didn't know she would speak like she speak. She's fairly young too, but she speaks very knowledgeable. This is just me, picking people and seeing, you type like this, but do you really talk like this? Are your mannerisms really like this? But it turned out to be within my favor. So I think this should be, hopefully the same way. And if not, that's another different interpretation because apparently from what I could see on her social media platform, she's getting dough. So at least we can speak on it from that aspect. Okay, now since you solo dolo, how's it feel where really you ain't got no guy in your corner and you're making these moves? I know you got people at you all the time. How do you combat that? Because you're combating it because you essentially don't got nobody that's serious with you on that tip. So yeah, it'll be a good interview. I know people like me conducting those type of interviews. It shall happen. Oh, you said what's good with old school? Hey, to be honest, I haven't talked to old school. I have not talked to old school. Now, Famo has talked to old school, but what's so crazy? Old school is my actual blood, but I haven't talked to him. I think he was getting kind of what's the word I'm looking for? he would come on, but if you listen to some of the last ones that he was on, it was like he he was essentially like how an old school person is. Like, okay, they done asked me this. I already asked that. And I'm like, well, this is another person. I mean, you gotta kind of, even though you talked about it before, they didn't hear the last live stream where they asked you something. You can't kind of get moody. That turns people off. So with that being said, he felt like he wanted to slow up. So hey, do what you got to do. The show must continue. Then we don't press past 15 minutes. See, look how time be flying. I'm looking for 15 minutes, and we at 26. But the questions or comments that are coming in really are not, topic topic style comments. So let me see. I'll give it to maybe 28. 28. We hit the 28 marker. If it don't really pop, nobody call in, I'll sign off and try again tomorrow. But I do appreciate those that hit that like button, even though I ain't really talk about nothing. That's appreciated. Much appreciated. And the countdown starts. We're already at 27 minutes in. If anybody wants to actually call in, just hey Rick, put me in. Hit the hotline, put the hotline up. I'll call in. I'll speak on something, or we can carry it on a little bit longer. If not, hey, I'll wrap it up. It bees like that sometimes, and I'm quite sure people probably, you know, it's a Monday night. People are trying to get things. They're trying to get some R&R. They ain't really trying to back and forth with me on YouTube. So it's understandable. 28 has been a good one. I'm up out of here. I'm glad the ones that came in came in. I'm glad the ones that spoke up spoke up. Hey, if you couldn't speak up, you might be on a gig. Hey, I understand that. I'm up out of here. Peace 'em up.